Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Subsistence. Today, we are just messing around in the base this morning. We want to get a couple of things placed up on the roof just so we have that done. We only have a few building pieces. We didn't have a lot of wood last night to do very much crafting with. That's not the roof. Let's just try that again. That's one more. There we go. Okay, so there has not been a video on the channel in quite some time, and for that reason, I do apologize. I have just been extremely under the weather. Had a bout of pretty serious dehydration over the weekend. It landed me in the emergency room, and it's taken me a while to recover from that. I'm still working on that, still trying to get hydrated and try to maintain hydration. Still not feeling very well, but we are doing some better. My husband has been off work with me most of the week. He went back to work on Wednesday. I just really just hung around the house and, rested and done all the things that I needed to do for me. And so here we are. We placed the door over there. I know that looks different than this one. And it's going to have to work because the back of the base looks different than the front of the base, because we do have the back porch back here. So with that, I'm just going to try to match it as much as possible. And I know that there are going to be some things that are different. This piece was actually built by accident. I didn't really need it at the time, but I am going to just go ahead and place it there because we will be using it. Up here on this first tower, I am going to be placing these two half walls that we did craft. So number 6 again, and here and over. Come on. Let's just close that for just a moment so we don't fall back down through there. And this one will go right here. When we get the glass over here, we'll just place the glass around this way. And if we can make a roof work up here, we will. But if not, we'll just place a rounded one on there and hope for the best. I know it's a bit of a different, odd sort of design, but that's okay also. So there has been an update or a little patch or something like that I'm not aware of what was going on in there. So I don't pretend to try to tell you guys what went on with that or what was going on with the game, if it was just, some bugs or whatever. I have no idea. I didn't read patch notes. So, how are we doing on food? We need just a tiny bit of food. That's okay. We can handle that. I did some cooking last night. We do have some meat cooked now. We do have some veggies, but that's okay. We'll eat some fruits and blueberries. So, yeah, I think we're doing okay. We can head over here and see what's going on with this. So we have this now. Let's just check to see what's going on there. And we have this plant bed here that doesn't have anything inside. We need some mass here to be able to upgrade this, and we need to start adding the glow lights to these as well so they can grow throughout the night in the event we are desperate for certain crops, which at the moment we're not. This one has onions and carrots inside. Not a bad plant bed. This one has tomatoes. I really hope these get completed and grown today, because I do want to change the tomato plants to over here so that we can just, add the automatic watering system on that plant bed as well, with the one piece of pipe that we do have here. We have a water pipe. We can connect all of that. According to Beach Bum, we just, connect where the blue valve is on the other plant bed, and things work out like they should. And I do trust her. She has been doing this for a while, and she has some pretty amazing builds as well. So, let's just head out for the day, grab some more loot. I did hear a stray bullet overnight, which leads me to believe there are rogues or something in the area. I know that there are, those hunters up on the hillside in the birch forest. I really wish we would have built up there, but we didn't have the room for that massive base without it being on the water. I really wish there was more flat land in the game so that we could build certain huge basis like that. Unfortunately, there's not, and I don't know if that's ever going to change, but hopefully it will. Because a lot of us really enjoy the building process. You know, we enjoy the big builds and things like that. I do know for a fact that next season is not my intention of being as big as we are this season, because it has taken quite a while to get this one completed, and I do feel like views and things have dropped off significantly, but that's okay. You know, we'll still get it completed. We'll try to get it done as much as possible, and maybe we'll do a base reveal at some point to show how it actually is when it's all completed. If views, you know, fall off to the point that no one is watching it, I might just work on it off camera and do a base review on it, or a reveal on it at some point. But for now, we're doing okay. Still doing pretty good on views. So, you know, there's that. We'll continue playing as long as the views are there and people still have interest in the game. Okay. So I wasn't, you know, not drinking or anything when I got dehydrated. It was just I had a medicine increase. I started a new medication about 6 weeks ago, and after 4 weeks I had to increase the dosage. So I did that, and that's when things got a little bit sideways, and I wasn't eating at all. I wasn't drinking, and then it got to the point that everything that I was eating and drinking just wasn't staying down. I know that's a bit TMI, but, you know, I try to be as open with you guys as I can be. So, yeah, I went a couple of days from Thursday to Sunday without eating or drinking or being able to keep anything down. And I ended up in the emergency room after I passed out on Sunday completely. Didn't know anything. You know, lots and lots of scary moments for my husband. Luckily, I was with him when it happened. I tried to get him to just bring me home. We weren't at home. We were visiting my in-laws, which was even more scary for them. And, you know, we were visiting them, and I tried to just get him to bring me home, that I would have been okay, and that was just not going to happen for him, so we ended up in the emergency room. I did get some fluids, some, you know, EKGs, CT scans, everything checked out okay. My heart was fine. They did some cardiac workup, all of that lovely stuff, and everything ended up okay. Just dehydration. Getting the fluids really made all the difference for me personally. So there was that. That was always a good thing. But I'm still, you know, really tired. I could sleep for days and still not feel rested. There was a locked crate back there, but we don't have a lock pick, of course. I'm still very, very weak, but I guess that's to be expected. That's why I'm still resting. And I really struggle with getting words out even more than I did in the past. I think that caused a flare-up of another health condition that I have, and yeah, just made things a lot worse than they really needed to be. So, we are over into the valley at this point. Don't really see anything over here. Maybe I just need to stop and chop a few trees. I really think after the update my settings are off again, but that's okay. We will get those sorted out hopefully before we record again. Not sure how much I'm going to get done this week, how many videos are going to be out this week, nor do I know how many videos I will have out next week. It just really depends on my health. I am taking it very, very easy at the moment. My husband really struggled with going back to work. He wanted to be off the rest of the week, and with his job, unfortunately, he just had to meet with certain people, and he couldn't be home with me. But that's okay. He was home, I think 5 days with me already, so yeah, he was really struggling to go back to work. And it does help that he's going to be off some next week, you know, with Independence Day coming up. 4th of July, all of that lovely stuff, all the celebrating. So, yeah, they're giving some very, very hot weather in our part of the world. Very, very hot, as in like 95-ish degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what that is in Celsius, but it's a very, very hot temperature for us, especially for July. We usually see those temperatures around August most of the time here, but it seems like those very hot temperatures are coming sooner rather than later. And I don't mind the really hot temperature. Don't get me wrong, I don't love it, but I don't mind it. It's not... What went on with my health wasn't related to the heat or being out, in the hot weather and not drinking or working too hard outside. That was not what went on with me. It was a medicine change that caused me not to be able to eat anything or drink anything or keep anything down. So I have since stopped the medicine, and we'll be following up with the doctor that prescribed it to see the next course of action with that. Maybe there's a different one that I can try. Who knows, what we will have to do as far as that's concerned. But yeah, we're expected to get some nice weather this weekend. It's supposed to be in the 90s. We are still working on the new house. We are getting the house with drywall inside. We are getting the... I'm not even sure what that white stuff on the wall is called, but we're getting that done so that it's ready for paint. And then we have flooring and cabinets and showers and all of that stuff yet to complete. So we will still be a tiny bit getting everything done. But it's okay. We went into this, building it with no contractor. We will have no loan for the house, no mortgage on it. It will be ours, and it's about 2,500 square feet. So it's not a tiny house by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, it's not huge, but it's not tiny. And it is just me and my husband, so it is, big enough to accommodate me and him both, of course. I will be having a home office. Hopefully we can stream and get set up for that in the office. Cannot wait to get that done so that we can, start streaming some games. We can get more progress done. So when I'm actually, grinding for resources, we can do that together. We don't have to worry about it too much. I am going to head over into the birch forest. Hopefully it isn't too dark by the time I get over there. I know that it's getting late in the day and the rain isn't helping at all. But Lude is just not out today, guys. So we're going to work on getting the plant bed up and going, get the watering system on that one as well. And hopefully the tomatoes are grown. So, let's just head over into the birch forest, see if there's any loot over there. Generally, we can always count on a crate or two over there. There is a bear just there, so we're going to try our best not to annoy the bear. That is a plant fiber up here and not a person. From a distance, I actually thought it was a person just, squatting on the ground or sitting on the ground. But it wasn't, just a plant fiber, which is okay. We do need that for fuel bricks. We've been using quite a bit of fuel bricks lately because I don't want to use any wood that we chop for fuel. I want to save all of it for building and crafting and everything that needs to get done. That was an onion seed that we did pick up, so nothing too crazy. Plant fiber just here. So I know that the fortress base is over in this direction. I want to get over here and see if it's completed, because if it's in one of the newer bases, I want to get inside. I want to have a little check of that, see what it's looking like. I'm not sure, guys. Is that one of the new bases? Do you guys know if it's a new base? Can you tell from this distance? Do I need to get a bit closer and check it out? Maybe we'll check it from another angle, just to see how things are progressing along with it. I'm fairly certain that the Bravo base here is a new design that we need to get into and check out. So we might repair our base and, try to raid at least one of the bases and maybe an episode or two. And then hopefully, ooh, an apple. I'll just eat that apple. We do have a blueberry in our inventory as well. I think I'll just have that also. So, do any of you guys know if this is one of the new bases? The new base designs for the fortress base? Darn it, kind sir. Go away. I'm trying to have a little sneak peek. Hopefully he isn't following me, because I don't want to have to deal with those. Seriously? Seriously. You're just going to run me over toward this bear, aren't you? Okay, so I know we didn't get a great view of the base, but if you did see enough of it to know if that's one of the new designs, let me know in the comment section, because I would love to raid a new design fortress base again. There's a guy just standing over there. We are pretty close. I want to think that's the original fortress base, but I can be completely wrong about that. More rain, so that's lovely. It is making for a dark video. I do know that for a fact. And I don't like the gloomy, rainy videos for that fact. Okay, I'm fairly certain that is definitely a new base design for the Bravo base. Yeah, we're going to have to raid that base pretty soon, because I really want to check that out. Have a little look-see and see what it's turning out to be like on the inside. Maybe there might be a couple of new things in there. Maybe a new crate. Who knows? That's a blocked crate just there hanging out. There's a wolf just there hanging out, of course. And let's just go over here. Ooh, that's pretty. That definitely has some dimension to it, doesn't it? I really enjoy that. That looks neat. We're going to have to raid that pretty soon. Let's just head over here and grab some medicinal plant. I'm not sure if there's anyone else over here, but that's okay. We are pretty close to our base as well. There's a rabbit just there. Just there, hanging out. No squeaking. So we can put the rabbit in the animal housing, and that will give us fertilizer as well. So we might just do that. Chicken. Well, there's a bear down there, but there's a crate down there also. But is it worth the shotgun rounds that it would take to kill that bear? I don't think so. Let's just pick up the medicinal plant and move along. Let's get over to the animal housing. Just drop the rabbit inside and hope for the best for it, because we're always going to forget the rabbit. There's no food or water in here right now, so I'm not sure exactly what he's going to eat. We'll just give him a little... Oh dear, he ate both of those. Darn it. You ended up with both of my jars of chutney. That's not even a little bit cool. I don't want to drink it. I want to add water here. I'm afraid if I press a weird button that it's just going to make me drink it, and I am not interested in that. Okay, so he has plenty of water. He has both of my chutneys. Darn it, rabbit. So let's just get over here and see if we can get this plant bed watered, or watering properly. So our tomatoes look like they're grown now. They are. Let's just harvest these guys, and we will plant some more, of course. Tomatoes is something that always needs planted. So there's no more fertilizer in here. And we have everything we need to upgrade with the plant bed sprinkler. So let's just do that. Let's also split in half and harvest seeds from you and you. And then we are going to just get these guys planted again. And I think, I don't know if we need this here on number 6 or not. But let's just see if we can connect these guys. Okay, so let's just do that down to this one. And that works. So do I just open this now? Press E to open. Okay, so that looks like the water's flowing backwards in this one. That's not what I wanted to happen at all. Does it not look like that to you guys? I'm not sure. See, it looks like the water's flowing backwards for me. Maybe it's supposed to just look like that? I'm not sure. Okay, so this one looks like it's flowing backwards as well. Okay, so I guess we're just going to have to leave this alone and let it do its thing for now. I'm not sure how to get this open, this valve open over here. Come on, jump up on there. Get over there with your little legs, girl. Okay, so hopefully this valve is doing what it needs to do. I have no idea. I don't know how to open it or close it or anything like that. Sprinkler automation, of course. So, okay, so it's not a big deal. I guess it's already on. And it turned off on its own, so that was lovely. So, I think we should be at 100%. Very, very, very cool. Very much love that. So, can we just turn this one on as well? I really love the animation to this, or the automation, or, yeah. I really love that. I think that just looks very, very cool. And I would imagine this one's full of water now. It is. So we are going to have to figure out how to get a pipe from there over to here without it being too noticeable and without it really being in the way. So we might end up putting like some of these half ceiling pieces over here as well. And maybe we'll connect the pipe over here and then come down the side with it. I think that'll be the best option for us to do that. And yeah, I really like that. I think we're doing pretty well with the plant bed watering system here. We do have 2 out of 4 done, so we're halfway there. Not horrible at all. So let's just throw the tomatoes in here and hope for the best with those. We do have 30 of those. We're going to have to make some more of this vegetable chutney, or I don't even remember what that was called, but we're gonna have to make some more of it. Well, we do have 2 left, so let's just throw that in our inventory. We need to trade out some water here because we don't have any. So let's do that. Let's just trade our empty canteen for a full one. We'll do that. Let's put these seeds away for now. And let's make sure we have some fuel in our fire over here. We don't, it's out. That's okay. We need to take that and that as well. We can grab a fuel brick from here. We have 30 left, so we're doing really well on those. Let's get this reignited. Get downstairs, drop the rest of this loot off because, you know, we're doing really well with loot. We have quite a bit of stuff. It's just not the stuff that we're desperate for at the moment. We really need to get out and chop some wood. I'm going to have to do some off-camera work, guys. I've been putting that off and putting it off, and it's just to the point now that I can no longer do that. I really need to just, you know, bear with it and get it done. I intended to do that over the weekend when I had some spare time, but unfortunately that just didn't work for me. Okay, so let's just drop off the ash here. Doing really well. Let's see what we can feed the chicken. I don't even know what to feed that thing. Steak probably wouldn't go over well with the chicken. Liver and onions. I'm sorry, it's not a chicken out there. It's a rabbit. We have a rabbit out there. You would think carrots would be what it would want to eat, right? But I don't know that that's really the best food for it. The chutney went over very well. It wanted both jars of that. But he can't have all of the chutney. There's just no way. We have to have some of that for ourselves. Just have a drink of water. Let's get out here and check on this rabbit, see what it's doing. We really need to work on repairing all of this because it seriously is a lot of damage taken there. Let's just close the door. And hey there, how are you? So does he have food? He does. He's already giving us a little gift in here. And we have all of these things installed. We don't have the additional animal slot. I think we have 2 animals total currently that we can put in here. So we could potentially just throw a chicken in there if we, were able to get one of those. But, I'm not too worried about the chicken right now because the eggs go bad before you're able to get them out of the animal housing, and it's just not feasible to feed the chicken and not get anything in return for that. So we are just going to hang on to the rabbit for the fertilizer because we need that. And we are just going to chop some wood for just a few minutes and call it a day. Anyway, guys, I'm just going to chop a little bit of wood and get back in the base and spend the night turning this into planks and doing a bit more crafting on cordage and things like that. But I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate all of your support on this channel and on this series as well. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you're looking forward to future episodes, and I can't wait to catch you guys in the next one. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day.